Alright y'all, first YouTube video for my first channel. Picked this bad boy up for 750 bucks. It's got some, could use some paint on the hood. And it could use some paint right here. But besides that, the paint everywhere is fine. It's missing a gas cap. Some cosmetic flaws on the side. But what I think is super cool, although it might not matter 24 years later, it's the Camry Collector Edition. 3 of the rims are nice, and then we got one steely, but $750, come on. Have not washed it yet, but all the windows are tinted. And today, we're gonna be working on this right here. I don't know if I'm gonna do the hood because I've never painted a car before. I've never done much to cars, but I'm getting into them. So if you're a beginner like me, watch and learn. If I fail, hey, you learn from my mistakes, right? And before I start painting, I should show you guys the inside. Fake wood type look from the late 90s. You can't get enough of that. The original manual and service papers, which I thought was really cool. Junk. But what do you expect when you buy a car for $750 cash? All right, so next thing we're gonna do is take some rubbing alcohol. We're gonna put it all over the place where we just sanded it, just to clean it off, and it's gonna get it as dirt-free and everything as possible before we start the primer. All right, so didn't want to film it because I had one hand with the camera and one hand with the tape and everything, but I got it all taped off. So we're just gonna go over this whole part, just with the primer a few times. I don't know how many times I gotta do it, 2 times, 3 times, I don't know. Like I said, never done this before, but we're gonna find it. It's like a gray primer or something like that. See it on YouTube, and we're gonna give it a shot. Truly horrendous. I swear, I'm hoping because I'm doing white paint, I hope it turns out okay. White doesn't show as much blemishes and whatnot. So that is coat number 1. You can see the factory paint to my paint. I don't know, y'all. Hey, positive side, it's better than before. It's better than before. Oh, goodness gracious. All right, so I just noticed checking the other side of the car that this stays gray, all this part right here. So as I've been painting it white over here, I've been doing myself a disservice. But now I've taped it back off. I'm gonna have to prime it again. And since I don't have gray paint, I think I'm just gonna leave it as prime because $750 car, come on. Oh Lord, round 2, here we go. Okay, now I'm actually starting to get a little impressed. Let's see if I can. Look at that. Dang, coat number 2 coming out like, what? What? Okay, now I definitely want to do the hood. Guys, I am so surprised. I have never painted a car before, and 3 coats of primer and 2 coats of the actual color. And look at this. This is pretty damn cool. See, that goes to show you don't need to know too much to try something. Alrighty. Round 3. Last one. Coat number 3 next to the factory paint. Oh, I'm so pumped. Alright, we're gonna do this primer now. Alright. Oh, I didn't show you guys. A little bit of this came off, so I resprayed it, and of course, dripping a little bit. So basically, I'm learning the lesson. If you're gonna do it right the first time. But hey, that ain't too bad. It looks so much better than it did before. Now it's time to peel this stuff off. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. Yeah, definitely need to try and color match that if I can. If not, whatever. But I tell you what, guys, look at that. Ooh, I'm just happy. I'm smiling bigger than a banana. So, got it all sanded. Rubbing alcohol has been put on. And we're inside the garage. We got this whole rigged up. I don't know what you want to call it. But we're ready to prime it. Give it 3 coats of primer. Maybe 2 if I'm lazy. I don't know. But I'm going to clear coat this. Well, how can I clear coat if I don't tape it off? Oh my goodness. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna have to tape this off and then I'll clear coat it, but geez, man. Did I mention this my first time? Okay, and about 15 minutes later, we are ready to rock and roll. Alrighty, it's the next morning. It was getting too dark, so I stopped. Had to get more spray paint, and this is what we're looking at. It's not too bad, but it's definitely a little harder than that fender was. You can see from this angle, you know, all the streaks. I'm still gonna go over it. But one thing I've been annoyed by is all this stuff. This didn't happen on the fender, all these little things. This is the fender. You guys can see. I clear coated it. I mean, it's smooth. So what I've been doing is just taking my nail on these things and they come right off, which is weird. Okay, update. So I took some sandpaper just to give it a shot in one section because I thought it was gonna start taking the paint off, but it didn't, and it started taking all of them off. So this, you know, drastically better. Look at that, drastically better. You know, it doesn't look like a popcorn ceiling anymore. No more asbestos. Bam. Okay. So this is what we're looking at. Give you from this angle, see the light. All the stripes that need to be gone over. All the stripes that way, they need to be gone over. I'm gonna let the garage door up a little bit more to get some more lighting in here. And then we have 3 more cans. I really don't think we're gonna go for all of them. Actually, we have 4 cans, but I think we're only gonna need 1 full can, if not some of the second, and bam, then we're gonna clear coat it. Out in the sun. I had a little mess up trying to get the hood back on, so I don't know if you can tell we got some fingerprints, but those are just gonna have to stay because it's, you know, it's in the paint. Must be from all the layers because I just kept coating and coating and coating. But I tell you what, for a rattle can job, that is not bad. That's still just primer. I didn't do anything there. But yeah, look at that. Look at that. And that's factory paint right here in this quarter panel. You can tell it's a little yellow, a little different color white. But hey, boom, boom.